Darron Lee once played under stadium lights, cheered by thousands. Now his name is at the center of a homicide investigation. The former NFL linebacker has been charged with first-degree murder in the death of his girlfriend in Tennessee. Emergency responders were called to a quiet home in Ooltewah, Tennessee. What they found would trigger an investigation that shocked both the sports world and the public. Authorities say this case is a homicide. What do investigators believe occurred inside that house? And how does a life built on fame unravel so quickly? This episode examines the verified facts. This is Murder Vault Chronicles. This is the story of Darron Lee. Darron Lee was born in Chattanooga, Tennessee, but moved to New Albany, Ohio at an early age. He became a standout athlete in high school and continued to excel in college. At Ohio State University, he emerged as one of the most highly regarded linebackers in the country, known for his speed and athleticism. In 2016, he was selected in the first round of the NFL draft by the New York Jets. Over the course of his career, he also played for the Kansas City Chiefs, Buffalo Bills, and Las Vegas Raiders. For several years, his life was defined by professional sports, public attention, and financial success. After leaving the NFL, Darron largely stepped away from the public spotlight. On Thursday, February 5, 2026, emergency responders were called to a home in Ooltewah, Tennessee, following reports of a medical emergency. According to law enforcement, CPR was already in progress when deputies arrived. Inside the home, they found a woman unresponsive. Despite life-saving efforts, she was pronounced dead. Darron told deputies he found the woman unconscious on the couch and believed she may have fallen in the shower. However, the condition of the home immediately raised concerns for authorities. There were no signs of forced entry. Broken glass was found in the kitchen, along with blood evidence in multiple areas of the residence. Officials noted that the amount and placement of the blood did not align with Darron's explanation. Cleaning supplies were also discovered in unusual locations throughout the home. He was detained while deputies secured the scene and obtained a search warrant. Investigators say he refused to answer questions. Detectives also reported that he had injuries consistent with a physical struggle, including injuries to his face, hands, and chest. Blood was also found inside the case of his cell phone. His phone and clothing were seized as evidence, and he was later taken to the Hamilton County Jail. During a search of the home, according to an affidavit, investigators documented multiple injuries to the victim. These included a suspected stab wound to the abdomen, severe bruising to the head and eyes, bruising on the arms and torso, and what appeared to be a human bite mark on her shoulder. The victim was transported to the forensic center for an autopsy. The affidavit further states that forensic testing indicated blood had been cleaned from several areas of the home, suggesting an attempt to conceal evidence. Alcohol, narcotics, and a firearm were also found inside the residence. Based on the evidence collected, Darron Lee was charged with first-degree murder and tampering with evidence. According to court records and statements from authorities, they believe the evidence meets the legal threshold for first-degree murder under Tennessee law. That charge indicates that the killing was intentional and premeditated, though the specific basis for that determination has not yet been made public. At this stage, many critical questions remain unanswered. What exactly happened inside the home that night? What evidence did investigators uncover at the scene? And what events led prosecutors to pursue the most serious homicide charge available? Those answers are expected to emerge through court filings, hearings, and potential trial proceedings in the weeks and months ahead. As of this recording, the identity of the victim has not been publicly released as officials continue to notify family members. It is also important to note that Darron has prior documented encounters with law enforcement, including a previous arrest related to domestic violence. While past incidents do not determine guilt in this case, they may become part of the broader legal narrative as proceedings continue. Cases involving high-profile defendants often attract intense public scrutiny, especially when fame, intimate relationships, and allegations of violence intersect. However, despite the attention this case has received, the legal process remains the same. Darron Lee is presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. As of now, he has not entered a plea, and his defense has not publicly commented on the charges. Prosecutors have also remained limited in what they are willing to share, citing the ongoing investigation. This case is still in its earliest stages. Court appearances, motions, and evidence disclosures will determine what happens next. We will continue to follow this story closely and provide updates as verified information becomes available, as this is a developing story. This is Murder Vault Chronicles. Please like and subscribe to the channel.